The people who live in the Middle East deserve a lasting peace and deserve to live their lives with dignity and self-determination. Since October 7th, it has only gotten worse. Prime Minister Netanyahu and his right-wing war cabinet have created a massive humanitarian disaster, pushing the region even further away from a two-state solution. Indiscriminate bombings in Gaza have killed tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians, wiping out entire families and leaving thousands of children orphaned. Nearly 2 million people have been displaced. 45% of the residential buildings in Gaza have been destroyed. The Israeli government's refusal to allow adequate humanitarian aid into Gaza has left hundreds of thousands of people on the brink of starvation. That is why for years I have advocated that U.S. military aid should help Israel and Palestine move toward peace, not subsidize policies that move peace further out of reach. Today, Netanyahu is doubling down on his opposition to peace. The Prime Minister has openly and directly rejected U.S. policy. He has promised he will not compromise, and he will hold fast to his rejection of a Palestinian state. Under his leadership, the Knesset has backed him to the hilt. The Prime Minister has also tried to pressure Egypt and other countries in the region to accept Gazan war refugees, raising the specter that his government is working toward permanently expelling Palestinians from their homes. He has insisted that Israel and Israel alone must control the entire area of the Jordan River, leaving no room for a Palestinian state. And the fallout from his bombing campaigns is not limited to Gaza. He has given cover for Hezbollah, the Houthis, and other terrorist groups to expand the conflict. The bottom line is clear. Netanyahu's leadership in this war has been a moral and strategic failure that is in direct opposition to American policy. Netanyahu has made clear he plans to launch a military offensive in Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians with nowhere safe to go are currently taking refuge. The administration has warned that expanding operations to Rafah would be, quote, a disaster that the U.S. government does not support. Meanwhile, humanitarian aid remains strangled and hunger and disease are sweeping Gaza. Netanyahu is on dangerous ground. Every day that he continues, more innocent civilians in Gaza suffer and are killed, and thousands more Americans say enough and call on our government to end U.S. aid for such actions.